afternoon, Mikel.
Good afternoon.
Could we just start off with any clarity you can give us on Gabriel and how serious that injury is?
Yeah, Gabriel unfortunately picked up an injury with the Brazilian national team, and he's going to be out for weeks.
Can you give us any more clarity?
No, we need to have another scan, I think it's next Wednesday, and we will have the timeline probably much more clear than we have at the moment.
It's clearly a blow, but have you ever felt more comfortable about the players that you can actually bring in and the options that you have when you have injuries like this?
Yeah, it's clearly a blow because it's our leader in our backline, and to me, obviously, it's never a positive thing. The good thing, as you mentioned, is that we have very good options, and people have to stand up now and do the job.
Riccardo Calafiori missed the Italy games. Is he okay?
Yeah, he missed it. He wasn't available. He's been carrying a few things, and we have to bring him back. And he hasn't trained yet, so tomorrow we have another training session and see how he is.
What chance the other injuries that you've had in Gyokeres, Martinelli, and the other longer-term ones in Jesus, Havertz, Madueke, and did I miss anyone there?
So, yeah, we put a lot of energy during the international break with all the medical staff as well to try to bring them as quick as possible. So tomorrow we have another training session, see how some of them are feeling, whether it's a bit too close to bring them in this game or we feel that they can have a contribution in the game. So tomorrow we'll have more clarity.
So there is a possibility some of them could be in the squad?
Yeah, well, I'm hopeful that we can make another step tomorrow, but certainly I cannot tell you.
And you can tell us the names of those?
No. I can, but I'm not going to do it.
I know we've spoken about the North London derby before, but I mean, you've managed the North London derby, you've played in some of the most ferocious derbies in world football. What makes this one so unique, so special for you?
It's just different. I mean, it's a big city, but it's a big rivalry. It's a part of London that we want to conquer. They want to do the same. There's been a lot of shifts as well over the years as well, who's been more dominant, and it's just beautiful, especially when we play at home in front of our people. We know what it means to them and the energy that they're going to bring, the energy that the team is going to bring in every single action, and it's just a privilege to play those kind of games. So we cannot wait to get to Sunday.
You mentioned the fans, and it obviously means so much to them, to both sets of fans. But how big is a challenge is it to separate what their needs are and trying to focus on what is just a game that you want to win and you must win to get 3 points?
It's about bringing it into the table. That's the context of the game, and that's a superpower. You know, when you have everybody playing with that passion and with their emotion with the team every single ball, it makes a difference. And we've been very privileged the way that the fans have been with us at the Emirates, and especially against our rivals. And on Sunday, I'm sure that the team is going to behave and make them very proud.
You mentioned the recent record. It has been very good from your perspective. 5 wins and a draw in your last 6 North London derbies. Can you put your finger on why the record has been so good? Have you been able to separate the actual occasion with the actual game?
Yeah, it's a game that emotionally requires something else, and you cannot be too hype, but at the same time, that game demands that in every ball, in every action, you have to be at it a bit more than in any other game. And we have found a really good balance. Obviously, we played well. Sometimes we have decided to win. Sometimes we've been a bit lucky as well to win. That's fair as well to say. So on Sunday, we need a really, really good performance to beat them.
I wonder, Mikel, if you'd seen Wayne Rooney's comments about his 3 outstanding players of the season so far.
No.
Semenyo was one.
Good.
Brian Mbeumo was one.
Okay.
Victor Gyokeres was the 3rd one.
That one is very good.
I just following up on that. He has come under a bit of criticism. Can you allow yourself a little smile like you're doing now?
Well, I'm really glad that this is coming from someone like Wayne, his experience and the kind of player that he was. I'm sure it then is not just related to the goals that he has scored, but the contribution to the team a number 9 can do, and the impact that Victor has in our team, his work rate, the way he opens the spaces for other people, the time that he generates for us, and then as well the level of threat that he's brought to the team, which is magnificent. So really happy to hear that.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks, Namesh. We'll go to Jake from PLP.
Hi.
Hi.
How different a challenge, though, is Tottenham this season than they were last season, do you think?
Well, I think every game is very different, and in the same season as well, depending on the momentum of each team, the games are very, very different. I think Thomas has brought something very different to what they had before as well, and you just have to see his record and how remarkable job he did in his previous club, and he's given a very clear identity to the team, how they want to play, how they want to compete, and it will be very tough.
Some people have suggested that where they are in the Premier League table has maybe flattered them based on how they played. What are your thoughts on that?
I think when you start to be in the part of the season that we are, I think you have to really earn the right to be where you are. And I think they've done a lot of very, very good things that they deserve to win. They won in some tough places as well. The record away from home has been very impressive as well. So you need to merit that. Nobody gives you anything in this league.
Manchester City play tomorrow night, obviously ahead of you. If they win, they'll be 1 point behind you. Do you feel them kind of coming after you a bit?
No, everybody's going to try to win every game, the same as we are going to do. We just have to go game by game, control the things that we can do, prepare very well tomorrow. For Sunday, we have a beautiful game ahead of us, and that's what we can control.
And just lastly, a big opportunity for whoever you decide to play in place of Gabriel.
Yes, for sure, and that's what we're looking for. And the good thing is that we have rotate and play players in different positions very, very early in the season, and whoever plays is going to be ready to do that.
Alex, BBC.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Start of a big week with Tottenham on Sunday, then into Bayern Munich, and then another London derby the following Sunday. How would you prepare and deal with these matches coming up, especially when you've got the injury issues you have at the moment?
Well, we've done the preparation and the international break. We knew that that was coming, was again very intense but beautiful as well. We have a very tough start of the season as well. We're ready for that. And now have everybody healthy, of the most of them healthy, which is a key thing, obviously. And then again, get in the rhythm, start to generate momentum again. We are in a really good moment, and we need to continue to do that game by game, because the games are going to be very, very thick and fast, and we need to be ready. Everybody has to be at it.
It's not just Arsenal that are suffering with injuries at the moment, Tottenham as well, and seeing it across football. A large part of both squads could be out if they don't come back for the match on Sunday. But do you think injuries are taken away from the quality of the game at the moment?
Well, injuries are part of football. Obviously, the demands that those players have in the way that the schedule is, obviously, is more demands than ever, and probably that's going to bring more injuries. We will try to avoid that as much as possible, but you can see that in many clubs, even in different countries as well. So we're going to have to live with that.
And then just on Gabriel Jesus, how is he getting on in his rehabilitation?
Very good. So he's doing everything with the team at the moment for the last almost 2 weeks. We're going to give him some exposure as well internally with some games, so he gets that fitness. But he looks really good in training, and he's going to be a big addition to the team.
Ian Toxwell.
Hi, Mikel. How
Hi.
are you?
Good, thank you.
Chiesa, it's going to be a big game for him on Sunday because he could have joined Spurs during the summer. What advice would you give him? Because from some sections of the support, the away fans, they may not be overly happy to see him play in this game.
Nothing special, nothing different to any other player. I'm very happy that he is with us. I think Epps, over the years, he had many options to go to different places. At the end, he was allowed to leave, and he chose to come here, which I'm very, very happy and proud of. And it's going to be a game that I can't wait for him to experience, because it's very special.
You've spoken about the importance of the North London derby. You never lost one as a player, and you haven't lost one as a manager. What's the secret?
I don't know. Try to prepare as good as possible. Try to perform during the game, and try to be better than the opposition. That's what we try to do.
It must come down to just more than that. I mean, for you to have this magnificent record.
No, but I have lost games against the Spurs as a manager.
Right?
Yes.
I didn't think you had.
Okay.
Bukayo Saka, reports he's going to be offered a new contract. We were talking to him about a new contract. How important is it for you that he signs that, because he joined the club as a 9-year-old, could become a player who stays at one club for his career?
Well, what I'm very aware of is that he wants to continue with us, that he's very happy, that he's in the place that he wants to continue to be. and achieve everything that we want to achieve together. And then when that happens and how it happens, I leave that to Andre and the club to figure out.
And lastly, this now is a period of 4 months before international break again. So largely this next period of 25, 30 odd games, whatever it is going to define your season. In terms of that, how delighted are you? It's now all going to be all guns blazing towards what could happen at the end of the season, and you've just got your players from now until March.
Well, we have a lot of work to do till that point. Again, go game by game, put the focus in the present, the things that we can do and we can control, try to improve every single day, try to be a better team. We'll have different periods, playing different kind of oppositions. We'll have different resources available as well in the team. Try to be as competitive as we win and win as many games as we can.
Simon, even standard?
Mikel, just ask you about that sort of few days with the Eze deal, which from the outside seemed to move so quickly. What was it like for you experiencing it? And was there any point where you sort of feared he couldn't go to Tottenham or you wouldn't get him in the building here?
Well, I don't know. At the end, there are three different parties. My feeling when I spoke to him that he wanted to join, then it's all about timing as well in football, which is something very difficult to predict and maybe doesn't work. What I'm very glad is that it did work. It worked in a great way. I'm very happy with what he's doing and still what he can do for the club and the team. And it's just the start of the journey.
We've sort of seen flashes of great moments from obviously the goal against Palace, things like that. But do you think there's still a lot more to come from him?
Yeah.
What more can we expect to see from him in Arsenal?
A lot, because those relationships have to build, and creative players need to understand that, because it's all about as well connections, about timing, and him really flowing. And he's playing a different position. The more he's a bit settled in one of the positions and start to interact with players a bit more fluently, which he's doing at the moment, his natural talent will come out and he will have even a bigger impact in the team.
Cool. Tom, happy birthday.
Happy birthday! 22. Go.
We saw that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain was with you guys recently. How important is it to you to kind of reconnect with those players? Players that played with you in the North London Derby around this time, and what do they kind of bring when they do return to the club?
Well, it's great to have him around. Very proud to have him because, first of all, he wanted to be back. So when that happens, is a player that has been out, that he wants to come, is a really good sign. It means that he felt loved here, respected, and he believes it's the right environment for him to again start to build something new in his career. And yeah, we all know Alex, how a magnificent person he is. He can be a great example for the other players as well with his experience, and even for me. So good to have him around.
He did an interview with Ben Foster as well, in which he talked about when Thierry Henry came back, that period, that second time he was at the club, and he said that he felt like they learned that Henry brought an edge that was kind of lacking from that team. A nastiness was the word that he used. Do you feel like your team now has nastiness, an edge to go on and win these games and titles?
Yes, I do feel that we have everything that it takes to win. Yeah.
Who are the nastiest players?
It's not about that. I don't know if that's the best word. It's at the end you need to have everything that requires to win, and then you have to deliver and do it. But I really believe in my team.
Thank you. Take it out from Athletic.
Hi, Mikel. Just on Calafiori, is it to do with his load? Because I think this season he's played very consistently. He's been available for every Premier League game. Compare that to last season. It's obviously a much kind of stronger fitness record. So is it more about managing him throughout these kind of moments?
Yeah, he's been dealing with a little issue, and he played. Then we as well rest him and take that load because of that. And when he got into the last game and had to try with the national team, they were very understanding of that issue, and that's when they allowed him to come back.
And with Martin Odegaard, I was just wondering, before he got injured against West Ham, I think he was roaming around the pitch a little bit more than usual. So
that's a lot then.
Yeah, but at points he was very central, at points he was on the left. And I was just wondering, is that something you'd like to see again when he's back fit?
Yeah, we have new players, and new players create new connection, create new ways of attacking, especially, and we need to let that flourish, you know. And we are learning a lot from them. and where they feel comfortable, how they can do that in the most efficient way. And when he's back in the team, I'm sure that we'll be able to do other things as well.
James, CBS.
Hi, Mikel. Just specifically on the 6 players that were injured before the international break. When we spoke to you before Sunderland, you were quite optimistic on their recoveries. At the moment, are you more optimistic than them, same level, or less optimistic?
I am, but it's the final stage, and now is when there is contact around them, when they have to be pushed into very unpredictable things that they haven't done. And yeah, I think they're going to be with us soon. I don't know if Sunday is going to be too soon.
With replacing Gabriel, one of the great strengths you had was that pairing of Gabriel and Saliba and the consistency that offered to the team around them. Do you have to try and recreate that, or do you almost need to lean into the fact that one player can't replace Gabriel and there may need to be 2 or 3 stepping into that position?
No, because every player brings a specific qualities, and Gabri's is his leadership, his presence, the love that he has to defend and to transmit as well his body language to other players, and we have to do it, and we have to spread that. People will step up. We've done it in the past many times. Unfortunately, we played last year the biggest and the most probably part of the season without him as well, and the team was able to cope with that.
Okay, last couple in the AS Live. We'll first go to Pablo from AS.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
This week, Quique Sánchez-Flores, former Watford manager, he recognized in an interview that he was quite sad this summer when he saw Zubimendi leaving Real Sociedad to come to Arsenal because of the Spanish league losing its talent. But he also said that Arsenal made a really big step forward to fight for trophies because of Zubimendi's signing. He also, Zubimendi scored in this international break with Spain. How high do you rate him in the level of best midfielders in the world right now?
Well, for my players are the best. To compare them with other players, I don't think it's fair. I think each player has his own qualities. I think the impact of Zubi in the team is unquestionable. I think what he's doing and doing it so early as well in his career here, it's very impressive. And that's what we need, a player at that level, playing at consistently and helping the team is going to be very positive for the team and the results of the team.
Do you see him being in the lineups of a Spain World Cup next summer?
That's for the manager to decide. Hopefully he will do so well here that he had a great chance and a big headache for the manager.
And Charles from Goal.
Just on Ben White, there was maybe a little bit of surprise before the international break that he didn't start any of those sort of the 3 games in a week, especially the one in Prague. Are you sort of still at the stage with Ben where it's really sort of carefully managing his minutes after the injury issues?
We had a period after now, I think he's in a much better period. Now we have to pick players in relation to the opponent and the game and the best combinations that we think. So he needs to continue to train very hard and wait for his opportunity because he's going to have it.
Because he's always been such a warrior for Arsenal, hasn't he, Ben? He's always shown so much trust in him. Do you still have that sort of trust, not so much in him, but in his body, that he can handle the games that are going to come up because he's got such a big week again, 3 games in space? Yeah, but now he needs to do it when he plays and prove that like any other player. So that's the test, that's the level. Duran has been incredible as well this season. We know the level of Ben and how incredible he can be for the team. So that's it. Everybody will have options. Just very quickly, just on Kieran Tierney during the international break, still so loved here by the fans. We had such a special moment with Scotland. What was your thoughts when you saw that goal? I'm sure you absolutely loved the moment he had.
Well, very happy for him and very happy for all the Scottish people as well because I lived there for 2 years and I have an amazing experience and I fall in love with their passion and how they treat people. So I'm very happy for the country.